Hey guys, I'm back with another tag video, and today I am doing the reader's problem tag. And yeah, so just a few questions with scenarios and you explain what you would do in them. So let's get started. So question number 1 is, there are 2,000 books on your TBR. How do you decide what to pick next to read? I have this beautiful little TBR jar I made myself a couple years ago, and in here, every strip of paper has a book on my bookshelf. Unless it's a series, then it just has the first book, because then I'm supposed to read the first book and then read the series. And that's how I used to pick them until I forgot to add book titles to this, so it's out of date. And I will refix it once I move into my apartment. But currently, how I just kind of pick whatever I want to read. I look at the bookshelf and I'm like, what am I in the mood for? Question number 2 is, you are halfway through a book and you are just not loving it. What do you do? Personally, I force myself to finish it because I feel really bad about not finishing books. And then sometimes that backfires on me because it takes me even longer to finish the book because I dread picking it up and reading on, and yeah, but I always force myself to finish it. The only books I have ever not forced myself to finish reading that I've been halfway through are books that I've had to read for school, and then I just use SparkNotes to save my ass for the rest of it. Question number 3 is, the end of the year is coming and you are so close to your end goal of books you need to read. Do you catch up? What do you do? Me personally, it just depends on the year. Some years I'm just so close and I'm like, I just don't care. So I can live with what I've had, and then other years, like this year, I was so close and I was like, I'm gonna read graphic novels, and that's normally how I do it. I read graphic novels to make up for the books I haven't read. Question number 4 is, the covers of a series do not match. How do you cope? Well, first, you don't. You go sit in a corner and you cry and you just complain about everything going on in your life. And then what I would do is I would proceed to go get the rest of the books in those covers. Question number 5. Everybody loves a book that you hate. Who do you talk with? Probably no one. I probably just complain to myself, most likely. Or maybe I could talk to my roommate about it, because we seem to have the same taste in books and stuff. I'm not really sure. Or I talk to my dog. She just sits there and stares at me like I'm crazy because she's deaf, but it's the thought that I think she's listening to me that counts, right? Question number 6 is, you are reading a book in public and you are about to start crying. What do you do? Well, first off, I don't cry because I don't have a soul. No, I'm just kidding. Normally I would try to dab at the insides of my eyes with my fingers and brush away the tears. If it's about to get really bad, I'll probably go to the bathroom and hide in a stall until it's over, because I don't like to, 1, I hate crying, and 2, I hate crying in public even more. So yeah, the bathroom it is. Question number 7 is, a sequel to a book you love just came out, but you really don't remember much from the first book. Do you reread? So I would like to say yes, but at the same time, I'm extremely lazy. It took me 6 years to get back around to rereading Percy Jackson. Not because it's an awful series or anything. Like I said, it's the best series in the world. A lot of other things going on in my life right now. And I've done this a lot I've read series and then the next book comes out and I'm like, I think I remember a lot from the first book or the previous book, and then I start reading, and then it turns out I don't, and then I just finished the book completely lost because I don't remember anything, and I'm like, well, that was a fun experience. So no, I normally don't reread before the next book come up. Maybe I should start doing that. Number 8 is, you don't want anyone borrowing your books. How do you politely say no? Well, there is no polite way to say it. You just say, no, keep your grimy mitts off my bookshelf. I swear to God, if I see you touch them, I'm gonna chop your fingers off. Is normally my response. Question 9 is, you've picked up and put down 5 books. How do you get out of a reading slump? I don't really have reading slumps. I know a lot of people talk about reading slumps and how hard it is to get into another book, but really, I don't get reading slumps that much. Really, I finish a book, I give myself a few minutes to cope and deal with the ending, and then I pick up another book and I start reading, and I guess I have a mini slump because, I'll start reading the next book and I'm just like, oh, I'm not really into this. But then, a couple chapters in, I'm like, oh my god, I'm good. I'm enjoying this book. So, I don't know how to give you advice because I don't get in reading slumps. Question number 10 is, there are so many new books coming out this year. How many of them do you buy? And personally, I hardly buy any new releases just because first, there's so much hype around a lot of the books anyways, and I just don't want to get into that because I don't want the book to be like super overhyped, and then I read it and I'm like, that was just not anything spectacular like everybody keeps telling me and that I've heard. So normally we don't buy new releases. I may, depending what it is, I may buy one or two. I think I bought 3 in 2016. Normally if it's a new release, the only reason I would buy it is because it's part of a series I'm currently reading. So like this year I will definitely buy book 2 of Trials of Apollo. I will also buy book 3 of Magnus Chase, and I will most likely buy volume 7 of Saga too. Question number 11 is, after buying new books that you can't wait to read, how long do they sit on your shelves? And I've kind of talked about this in my 25 bookish facts about me video. I am notorious for letting books sit on my shelves forever before I actually get around to reading them. So, it can be anywhere from they don't even touch the shelf to like 3 or 4 years. Like, it just depends. Like, there are some books on my shelf that I've had like since middle school that I still haven't read. God, I'm an awful person. I buy so many books and then I just don't read them. But, I can't help it, guys. Like, that's just how I am. That is the reader's problem tag, and yeah, now you can see how awful of a person I am from this. So that's it for this video. Down below, we can talk in the comments. What would your answers be to these questions? Also, all my social media links are down below. So if you want to follow me or friend me or whatever, it's cool. I am Chrissy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.